Absolutely massive Xbox reveals coming sooner than you might think. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? Dealer back again with yet another video. Good times coming for Microsoft, Xbox, and their AAA lineup.
It's about time!
Here's the deal. We've got a ton of great software coming this way, and in particular, a ton of gorgeous, graphically demanding software. Games like Hellblade 2, games like Halo Infinite, games like Fable, yes, a reboot, and those games are to be debuted here soon, or at least some of them. This news is a few days old. In fact, we talked about it on RDX podcast, and the source of it runs in the circle of friends that I have. We know for a fact that it's accurate, and hey, again, you know, if you've been following this channel, you know that we don't just put this stuff out there for no reason. Microsoft may do multiple Xbox reveals. Yes, they are. They do have 2 events planned. That is what I'm hearing, and I absolutely do believe it. So here's the deal. They initially had one planned for April. That apparently got pushed back to somewhere around early May, something like the 5th or somewhere around there. Their second reveal is something like July. It could be June, but I heard it might have got pushed back to July. I don't know how accurate that is, but I will say the first reveal is for hardware, or at least hardware centered. This is where we will get a lot of information on Xbox Series X, and more specifically, the software that will leverage that hardware. We're talking games like Fable. We're talking games like maybe Hellblade 2, some graphically demanding titles running on the box, along with more details or maybe even comparisons of things like ray tracing on and off, etc. You get the point. It is a hardware-centered event. Meanwhile, the one after is more like their traditional E3 event. This is where they go all out on games and may have a price reveal for the Xbox Series X. Maybe they reveal that sooner, I don't know. But we have to give a big shout out to Tim Dog, because he is the one this article is actually citing, and you know, unless you're just a hater and you don't know what you're talking about, you know Tim Dog is very accurate. He does have a ton of very credible sources, has been right a ton in the past. He is part of the reason that I was able to actually say and put my channel on the line, 12 teraflops for Series X. That is the target for Lockhart. So when Tim Dog speaks, those who know perk their ears, and he is suggesting that they will definitely have 2 events in the next couple months. Now again, I've given you more information than maybe you've seen on Twitter here already, but just plan on some great events with some great games and some big graphically demanding titles, like the one Shinobi teased. I believe this is what he was talking about. He had heard from the inside from somebody what they were going to do, and it's trickled down from there. Now, to give Tim his due, because he definitely deserves it, it does say that he was speaking on 2 separate reveal events. One, like I said, in early May, and perhaps one in June, though, as I said, I did hear it got pushed back to July, but who knows. Xbox Lockhart is real, and I tweeted about it quite some time ago. That's why I had 15 articles written on me about that tweet. That was before the sickness situation was really taken super seriously around here, so things got pushed back naturally. At one of these events, potentially in early May is what I'm hearing, you may see the unveiling of that cheaper SKU Lockhart, and of course I'm going to hand out some L's. And again, in that later event, maybe in June, maybe July, you will get that traditional E3 presentation. The article does say that Tim Dog mentioned the next 2 to 3 months as the target for these events, as we just covered. Tim Dog himself is a RDX podcast member that is on this channel every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. He did speak on this past show, and you know what? I, for one, am super excited. We'll see what happens there, but again, the emphasis of this video is on those big graphically demanding blockbuster titles. Fable, likely to be revealed next month. That is going to be an absolutely huge announcement, and who knows what else is going to be there. So let me know your thoughts down below. News is a few days old, but I had to cover it. I'm still getting DMs from people that say they watched the podcast, but apparently didn't catch that part. It was a pretty big topic on the show. Some people, along with myself, prefer these smaller, more production-based videos. So let me know your thoughts down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Check out the last episode of RDX Podcast. We had IGN's, or formerly of IGN's, Alana Pierce on. It was an absolutely fantastic show. show, a lot of fun. This upcoming show, we do have Chris Grimmel of Killzone and F1. He's a PS3, PS4 developer talking about the Series X. Check out those sources down below. All the patrons, all the channel members, thank you so much for what you do. It does help a lot. Shout out to Tim Dog. I'm going to cover this specific article because he deserves much more credit than he gets, and you got a lot of fake insiders that were all wrong about PS5 and Series X on places like Reset Era, who always try to run his name through the mud. Meanwhile, they have gotten nothing right. They know nothing. So again, I'm raging a little bit here even thinking about it. Show Tim Dog some love. His link's down below. Well, a great buddy, a good friend. I'm Dealer. I'm out.